Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, to seek the blessings of Radha Madhu, Radha Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gaurita, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees today. Today actually is Ganga Puja. There's a couple other things going on as well, but it's a day where Mother Ganga appears in this world. So very important day. And today at the Ganga, there will be many celebrations going on. Aarti, devotees will also be bathing in the Ganga. So I was thinking we can do the same. We can make use of this opportunity of Ganga Puja, the occasion of Ganga Puja, to remember the Ganga. Just by remembering her, we become very blessed and very fortunate. In the Garga Samhita, Kalindya Gamana Varnana, chapter 3, text 22, it says, Shri Yamuna Chaya Yamuna Vacha He Gange Tvam Tu Dhanyasi Sarva Brahmanda Pavani Krishna Padabcha Sambhuta Sarva Lokaika Pandita. Shri Yamuna said, so there's Ganga and Yamuna. Yamuna also came down at the same time. O Ganga, you are fortunate. You purify all the universe. You were born from Lord Krishna's lotus foot. Everyone bows down before you alone. So this is a very, very nice verse, Ganga Mata. What's the source of Ganga Mata? According to Garga Muni in the Garga Samhita, Yamuna Devi and Ganga Devi are gopis in the spiritual world engaged in Krishna Leela. And according to some spiritual commentators, are expansions of Vishakha Devi. So Vishakha is one of the main gopis, very close to Radha and Krishna. We often say, Shri Radha Shamsundar ki jai, Lalita Vishakha ki jai. They're on the altar. She is on the altar, especially in Vrindavan and many other temples as well. So, who is she? Very important gopi, and her expansions, some people say, are Yamuna and Ganga Devi. Krishna desired that both Yamuna and Ganga appear in the material world for the benefit of the fallen souls. There is a river, Viraja, that divides the material world from the spiritual world. This river is an expansion of the Viraja Gopi. So this is the river. It actually is the division between the material and the spiritual world. Beyond the Viraja is the Brahmajyoti and Kailash, Vaikuntha, Golok. So Viraja river. And she is an expansion of Viraja Gopi. Beyond the Viraja is the spiritual nature, which is indestructible, eternal, inexhaustible, unlimited. It is a supreme abode consisting of 3/4 of the Lord's opulence or creation.
Prabhu, what about Ayodhya? Is it in the spiritual world?
Oh, yes. So Ayodhya is in between Vaikuntha and Golok. Ayodhya will be round about here. Higher than Vaikuntha, because the relationship of the Lord with the devotees is to a slightly different rasa from Vaikuntha. Because in Vaikuntha, it's a servant-master relationship. But in Ayodhya, although he is the Lord, he is the king rather, there are other rasas present other than master-servant. There's this friendship, like Ram had friendship with Sugriv or Vibhashan. So like that. This is slightly more rasas in Ayodhya. And then in Golok Vrindavan, all of the rasas come in full. So this is why Golok Vrindavan is considered the highest. Is that okay, Shyam-Malini?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you very much. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you. And so, how she appears in our universe is described in many scriptures, such as the Bhagavatam. And it says follows: Lord Vamandev, the fifth avatar of the Dasavatar, in Treta Yuga approached Bali Maharaj while the king was performing a sacrifice. Now, Bali Maharaj was born into a demoniac family, but he himself was a great devotee. But in order to please the demons, they had conquered heaven, they had conquered Indra's domain, and he was enjoying Indra's domain. And Indra and the demigods went to Lord Vishnu and asked for help. So Vishnu came. He appeared before him, before Bali Maharaj, as a Brahman boy. He begged alms from the king in the form of 3 steps of land. So, and Bali Maharaj granted him that wish. So with the first step, he covered earth. Second step, Vamandev, the Lord, covered all the 3 planetary systems, which we've been describing over the last few days, and pierced the covering of the universe. And we know the covering of the universe is also huge, but he pierced that covering with the toes of his left foot, causing a few drops of water from the spiritual world to leak into the universe. This water flowed into the universe, came both from Yamuna and Ganga. And this is according to the Ganga Samhita, chapter 3, text number 6. With Sri Ganga entering that opening, the Yamuna, the best of rivers, then came to the unconquerable Lord's abode of Vaikuntha in the planet of Maharaj Dhruv. This is Ganga Samhita 3.7. So that effectively talks about Dhruv Lok, which is a planet, eternal planet, currently in our world, but actually belonging to the Vaikuntha worlds. Together, Yamuna and Ganga first flowed onto Dhruv Lok. Yes, Sir Pravin?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and all the devotees. Before we go further, just quick question. This is the first time I hear that the Ganga and Yamuna came out from Lord Vaman's feet. Is that right?
That's correct. He pierced the hole in the universe, and from that hole came a few drops of water.
Yes.
That is Ganga and Yamuna.
And it came on the earth.
No, it came first, it went to Dhruv Lok.
Okay.
Yeah. So it slowly, you will see how it comes down, how Ganga and Yamuna come to earth. First, Ganga comes to, let's see if I got it here. Yeah. Comes to the universe, comes to Dhruv Lok, which is somewhere here, Dhruv Lok. And then they go to the Sapta Rishis planets, the planets of the 7 Rishis, and then they come to heaven. So they come slowly down. They don't come immediately to earth.
That's fine. Just please carry on, because it's very interesting.
Thank you.
The way you are describing it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We were always thinking that Ganga and Yamuna only came from Shiv Jata.
Yeah.
What is called Shiv? Is it Jata? No. The bun he puts on his head.
Oh, yes. Lord Shiva. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We are
That is
always
correct.
thinking that.
And that is correct. That is correct. That will happen. Yes, that will happen. Yeah. Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Correct.
Hare Krishna.
Later, yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Bhavan. So they come to Dhruv, then they go to the planets of the seven sages of Kalishis, and then they go to the heavenly planets. So they're flowing into this universe through different planets. Later, they parted ways with the Yamuna flowing through Mount Kalinda, just becoming known as Kalindi. And then Yamuna flows into the Kanda forest, and then later on, much later, marries Krishna, becoming one of the 8 principal wives. That's later. Ganga, however, she remained flowing through different heavenly planets. She didn't want to come to Earth for 2 reasons. Coming to Earth, Ganga would disturb the Earth. Earth would not be able to tolerate the force of Ganga coming to this Earth. That was one reason. Second was Ganga Mata knew that sinful men would be freed from sinful reactions by bathing in her water. She didn't want all of their sins. So people would commit sins and bathe in the Ganga, and they would leave their sins in the Ganga. So she was scared, frightened that these sinful men would leave all of their sin in her water. There was 2 reasons why she didn't come to Earth. She stayed in the heavens. Okay. So what happened? Why did she come? In Treta Yuga, in the Ikshwaku dynasty, King Sagar, who had 60,000 sons, was trying to perform a horse sacrifice. This horse was stolen by Indra because Indra was a little envious of King Sagar. He was thinking, if King Sagar performs this sacrifice, then King Sagar will become more than Indra. So he stole the horse and he hid it near Kapil Muni's ashram in Patalok. Kapil Muni is one of the incarnations of God. He's described in the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavad Puran, and we are in the process of going through that 3rd canto at this moment in time. Very interesting instructions given by Kapil Muni. After giving those instructions to his mother, he left and he went to Patalok, where he has his ashram. So Indra hid the horse near Kapil Muni's ashram. In the meantime, the children of King Sagar, the 60,000 sons, started looking for the horse. They found the horse near Kapil Muni's ashram, and they thought Kapil Muni had stolen the horse, and because they made that offense, their bodies within themselves began to burn. Just because they committed that offense, they started to burn, and they left the body. They died. Anyway, King Sagar was left bereft. So these sons had died. Their nephew, so the brother of King Sagar, Anshuman, he tried to free the 60,000 souls because they were stuck in Patalok. Kapil Dev had advised that you should bring the Ganga to Patalok to save the 60,000 souls. Anshuman tried, failed. His son, Dilip, he also tried, he failed. But Dilip's son, Bhagirath, he was very powerful. He succeeded. by doing strong tapasya to call Mother Ganga down. And he also made a promise to Ganga Mata. You're worried about two things. How can the earth tolerate the force that you will be coming down with? He said, okay, I will petition Lord Shiva to rake your flow, to rake your descent by catching you on his head. Okay, Ganga Mata said, that's good. And the second fear Ganga Mata had, that sinful people will bathe in her waters and leave their sin with her. Bhagirath assured her, don't worry. Yes, sinful people will bathe, but also saintly people will bathe in your waters and purify you from all karmic reactions. So this is the two promises he made, which is very interesting. So Ganga Mata agreed to come. Lord Shiva was petitioned by Bhagirath, and he also agreed. And Ganga Mata came onto the head of Lord Shiva, so as the force of Ganga's waters doesn't disturb the earth. And she was perhaps a little proud at that time. And Lord Shiva actually trapped her in her hair and she couldn't go anywhere. Lord Shiva was showing his supreme power. And Bhagirath, he prayed, my dear Lord Shiva, please, let Mother Ganga flow from the Himalayas. Let her come. And Lord Shiva listened to the devotees' prayer, or Bhagirath's prayer, and let her out. And she also begged for forgiveness. And she came. There you go. This is the Himalayas. She's following Bhagirath. Here's Bhagirath. He's leading her through from the Himalayas to all the way to the Bay of Bengal, from where they will go descend into Patalok. So we're going to follow this journey of Mother Ganga. And it begins once Ganga Mata came down to earth on her way to Bhagirath and the nether regions. Her rushing waters created turbulence. Oh, that's right. That's why we celebrate Janu Saptami. But today we're not going to talk about that so much, because it's a special occasion that happens when she comes down. And then she's known as Janui as well. But we don't need to talk about that too much today. What I wanted to do is follow the route of Ganga. So here we go, source of the Ganga, very close to the Himalayas, in the Himalayas, in fact. And these are the Char Dham, Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, and Badrinath. And we see here Ganga, many tributaries come into the Ganga, giving her more force. And from Gangotri is Bhagirathi, from Kedarnath is Mandikini, and from Badrinath is Alkananda. They all combine to become Ganga. So, first place where Ganga is appearing is Gomukh, or even beyond Gomukh is a place called Tapawan. Even beyond Tapawan, there's another place. But Gomukh is a place where we can bathe. We can go there quite easily. There's the glacier is very close. You can almost within touching distance. And in Gomukh, we can have a dip. So this is, we have darshan of Ganga, which is here. And another thing we can do is have a dip in Ganga. So we can all bathe. Om Pavitra Pavitrava Sarva Stagato Piva Yasmaret Pandarikaksam Sahabyam Byantar Suchi. Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. The water here is very cold, but at the same time, very purifying. And then the next place that Ganga flows through is Gangotri. Gangotri, the Ganga is flowing very fast, very, very fast. And every evening, morning, they will do Aarti to Ganga. And here pilgrims can come and bathe here. And although it's fast, they still have some very nice railings here, which you can hold on to and have a dip in Mother Ganga. So we can do the same again. Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai. Fascinating place, Gangotri. Next place we go to is Rishikesh, further down, it's going south. Oh, sorry, no, before that we got Devprayag. In Devprayag we have a number of rivers coming together. I think it was Mandikini, Bhagirat, and another one as well, Alkananda. 3 of them come together in Devprayag. Traditionally, it's considered to be the place where sage Dev Sharma led his ascetic life, giving birth to its present name, Devprayag. It is one of the 5 sacred confluences in the hills, and it's an important place of pilgrimage for devout Hindus. Devprayag means godly confluence in Sanskrit. As per scriptures, Devprayag is a sacred event of merging 2 visible heavenly rivers, Alkananda and Bhagirathi, to form the holy Ganga. It's believed that a 3rd river, the mystical Saraswati River, is underground and meets the 2 rivers at the confluence, which originates from the Mano village in Badrinath. In Devprayag, the river comes from the feet of Sri Raghunathji in Raghunath temple. Also, according to tradition, the footprints of Lord Ram are purported to exist at Ram Kund. So this is Rishikesh. So we can, oh yes, so let's wait at Devprayag as well. Why not? We are able to. Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai. Then we go further south, Rishikesh, and Rishi means saints, Kesh, place where the saints live. And again, Ganga is very fast flowing. You can bathe here very nicely. Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai. Many ashrams are in Rishikesh. Famously, the Beatles came here in the 60s to avail themselves of Sanatana Dharma and its principles, traditions. Next, we go to Haridwar, and this is Puri, very famous place. And Haridwar is perhaps one place where a lot of Hindus will have visited, especially if somebody has passed away in the family. They would go here and take the ashes. And there are some amazing priests who will do various ceremonies to assist the soul to move forward in their journey. Every night and every morning, very beautiful Ganga Aarti is performed here. Very, very intense, and with so many lamps with so many gimmicks. And they sing, they put on this beautiful Aarti, Ganga Aarti. Truly magnificent. At least once in one's life, it's worth going and witnessing what happens in Haridwar. You can't beat it, the atmosphere when you're there. It's just electrifying, truly amazing. And we can bathe here and hold on to the railings just here. And because Ganga is flowing, not as fast as Gangotri and Rishikesh, but it's still flowing quite fast. Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai. Okay, next is Kanpur. I haven't been there personally. You can bathe here as well. Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai. And now it's Titraj, Prayagraj. also known as Allahabad. And here, the Triveni is manifested. Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. Saraswati is regarded to be underground. But you can see here, Ganga and Yamuna. Ganga is goldenish color, Yamuna is blackish color. They meet here. And the waters don't mix, which is quite incredible. Yeah, which is quite incredible. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Here, they have a platform in the middle of the river where one can go and bathe in the confluence. One can perform different shroud ceremonies. There will be many priests here who can help with those ceremonies. Take a boat into the middle. You can see many boats. It's a very fascinating place. And here the Kumbh Mela takes place. Haridwar as well. Every 12 years, Maha Kumbh Mela takes place. And at that time, millions of pilgrims come and bathe in the Ganga. These places are huge. At that time, especially, there's a lot of provision made for the pilgrims. Then we come down to Varanasi. And Varanasi is fascinating. Place of Vishwanath temple, Lord Shiva's abode. When devotees of Lord Shiva want to leave their bodies, often they will come to Varanasi. Because here, he, at the end of one's life, will come and chant the name of Ram in one's ear. It's a very nice place. And again, we can bathe here. I don't know if we bathed in Prayag. Let's do that. Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. You can also bathe in the Yamuna. She's here as well. So Yamuna Devi Ki Jai, Yamuna Devi Ki Jai, Yamuna Devi Ki Jai. And then Varanasi the same. Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. There are many ghats here. Many ghats where we can bathe. We can take a boat and go all the way down the river and bathe in all the different ghats. It's quite a fascinating place for bathing. Patna, I've never been there myself, but we can bathe there. Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Patna is in Bihar. And then we come to Mayapur. So this is Navadvip, Mayapur. Ganga here is again a little fast flowing. And this is the Temple of Vedic Planetarium, TOVP, which is in the process of being built. Fascinating place again. And we can bathe here. Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his birth, appeared. And he bathed in the Ganga many a time. So Yamuna flows through Vrindavan, where Lord Krishna did his childhood pastimes. And Yamuna had the benefit of Lord Chaitanya bathing in her waters in Mayapur. And then the Ganga goes further into the Ganga Sagar. This is the Ganga Sagar. And this year, hopefully, we are planning to visit the Ganga Sagar. With the Lord's mercy, He allows us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes, one little question, Prabhu. And Gaur Nitai also take birth over there, no?
Nityananda, his place is Ekachakra, not far away. Ekachakra.
Yeah.
But he came, yes, he came to Navadvip later on, and he had some pastimes with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he bathed as well in the Ganga. Yes, both.
They are brother, no? Nitya and Chaitanya.
Yes. But
brothers.
the mother and father of Balaram are different. They are different. They're Hadai, and I can't remember the mother's name now. Yeah. They're in Ekachakra. Thank you. No,
okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Ekachakra is probably about 100 kilometers away from Mayapur. That's where Nityananda took his appearance. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Siddharam Babu. So Ganga Sagar, we can again bathe here.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Ganga Mai ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. So, and then from there, the Ganga flows further down into the lower planetary system, and specifically Patalok, where the 60,000 souls were liberated when she flowed down there. So a little bit more information on Ganga Mata. Parents on earth, Himavan, who is the Himalayas mountains, and Menavati, who is Mount Meru. Adopted daughter of Rishi Janu, that's what she's known as, Janvi. She's the Dharmapatni of Shantanu. Shantanu, devotees will remember as part of the Mahabharata. His son, or their son, Shantanu and Ganga, his son is Bhishma, the famous Bhishma. And also the Dharmapatni of Shiva, according to the Shiva Purana. Mother of Devarat, also known as Bhishma, and also Kartikeya. Sister of Viraja and Yamuna Devi. Appears in the Himalayas. Ganga is considered the sister of Parvati as well, who is also daughter of the Himalayas. So comparison with Yamuna Devi. The Padma Puran states Ganga water, when purified, 1,000 times becomes Yamuna water, especially as Krishna had so many pastimes with Yamuna, right from the beginning of his pastimes on earth. But due to Ganga Devi's association with Chaitanya, who used to bathe in Ganga during Navadvip Lila, she is not less than Yamuna Devi. Thus Ganga and Yamuna are to be considered like spiritual sisters, as is Viraja, and is most dear to Gauranga and Krishna. In Vraja, Krishna once manifested Ganga at Govardhan, that lake being known as Manasi Ganga. And on this lake, Krishna performed wonderful boating pastimes with Shishirati, Radha and Gopis. This is Manasi Ganga. So Ganga is actually in Vrindavan, or in Brajabhumi, in Govardhan. And you can bathe here as well when we are doing Govardhan Parikrama. Because there were some fascinating pastimes. Some of the Lord's most exciting and mischievous pastimes took place on Manasi Ganga. So she's very fortunate. Many ways to worship Ganga. So today is a day to do that, Ganga Puja. By calling out her name, oh Ganga, Gange, having darshan of her, touching her waters, even imagining touching her waters and taking a sip, putting on her head. Performing arti to Ganga, bathing in Ganga. So you can again do that Manasi, to the mind. It's good enough. It's as good. Standing in the waters of the river by carrying clay dug out of the river. Different ways, how 7 different ways one can worship Ganga. Lord Krishna, while describing his opulence in Bhagavad Gita, says, of flowing rivers, I am the Ganga. 10:31. Just as Bhagirath brought the Ganga to Bharat, Prabhupada brought Bhakti Ganga to the world. So we're really lucky because Prabhupada brought this path of bhakti to the Western world, just like Ganga came to purify this world. He brought Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Other names of Ganga: Bhagirathi, Janvi, Nikita, Janukanya, Safateshwari, Sureshwari, Bhagavati, Vaishnavi, Vishnupadi, Mandakini, Gangika, Gange, Alakananda. And her glories, some of the glories of Ganga Mata are described in the conversation between Shonak Rishi and Sutta Goswami. This is in Kalki Puran, chapter 34. By bathing in her waters, all one's sinful reactions are vanquished. By pleasing Ganga Devi, one can easily gain release from the bondage of material existence. One who serves Mandakini, Ganga, is always victorious and is considered the master of everyone. One who recites or hears these prayers, Kalki Puran, chapter 34, either in the morning or noon or in the evening, will receive the association of Ganga Devi. All his sinful reactions will be eradicated and his strength and duration of life will increase. So it's always good to remember Ganga. She appears in so many different ways. And in Mauritius also, she's there. And perhaps Karuna, are you there?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Prabhu.
Oh, good. Would you like to share anything about Ganga Talao?
Yes, Ganga Talao in Mauritius is a place of pilgrimage where all Hindus and even foreigners, they come in here and they go and perform puja at the Ganga Talao. So this lake was discovered by one from a person from the north, and then he managed to find a way through the jungle, and then he reached the lake, and then he started doing the puja. So this has been continued for years now. And then our different ministers, they brought Ganga water, the pure Ganga water from Bharat, and then they mix it in the lake. So every year we go there, especially on Mahashivratri in February. So then we have processions, we have pilgrims walking to Ganga Talao every year on Mahashivratri, and they perform puja over there for Shiv. And then we have many temples also, not only Lord Shiva, but we have for Radha Krishna, we have Ganga Mata, Saraswati Mata, Yamuna Devi deities also, Lord Sri Ram and Sita, and many temples. One that has been built recently is that of all the avatar, Vishnu avatar, and Guru Maharaj was very liked a lot going over there. It's really like a small Haridwar, as he was saying.
Yeah.
So very nice place.
Yeah, amazing.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, Mataji Karuna has said all these things which we used to do. But one thing, I personally do it since long when I take baths in the bathing room. So always I say Ganga cha Yamuna chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Kaveri.
Good. Very good.
This I have learned from Guru Maharaj. Prabhu. Guru Maharaj told me. When Guru Maharaj had gone to India, and he told me, Sitaram, you should come with me personally. And I told he and myself, we take baths together, and he was very happy. This is the last time which I think we were with Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
Okay, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing that. Very, very nice.
Yes.
Very, very
Hare
good.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Surinder, anything you'd like to share? You must have been to Ganga Talao many times.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, we always go to Ganga Talao. Most of the time when I visit Mauritius, we organize with family members, we go to Ganga Talao to pray. Yes, very, very nice. And in Prem Dham Devastotram, there is glorification of Ganga Devi and together with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Yes, a few verses are like as follows. Dvipraya Ganga Banga Janma Karma Darshitam Srinivasa Vasa Dhanya Nama Rasa Harshitam Shri Hari Priyesya Pujyadhi Sachi Purandaram Prema Dham Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. This is one of them. And second one is Snana Ganga Vari Bala Sangaranga Khelanam Balikadi Parihasya Bhangi Balya Leelanam Hutatarka Chhatra Sikshakadi Vada Tatparam Prema Dham Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. And the third one is Shloka Ganga Vandanartha Digjigi Shubhashitam Vyachalankritadi Dosha Tarkitartha Dhushitam Dhvasta Yukti Rudha Buddhi Datadhi Madhadharam Prema Dham Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. And the fourth one is Ganga Yamunadi Bindu Madhavadi Mananam Mathurartha Chita Yamunagra Bhaga Dhavanam Smarita Vrajati Tivra Vipralambha Kataram Prema Dham Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram Prema Dham Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Shri Ganga Mata ki jai, Yamuna Devi ki jai, and Nitai ki jai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Prabhu.
And you share the translations if you want to.
Yes, the first one is Dvipa Navya Gangama. It explains about the appearance of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Mayapur in Yoga Pit near Ganga river. And also describe how Gauranga Mahaprabhu performed Harinam Sankirtan at the place of Srinivas Thakur. And how Gauranga Mahaprabhu is very dear to Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya and to his mother, Tachimata, and Mishra, his father. Second verse is about Gauranga Mahaprabhu taking bath in the Ganga river, Ganga, together with the young girls. Then he was teasing the young girls, yes, like pastimes described there. And the third one is about Shloka Ganga, where the debate happened with Keshava Kashmiri. Keshava composed many verses glorifying Ganga Devi, and the debate took place. It's about that one. And the fourth one is about Gauranga Mahaprabhu visiting the temples alongside Ganga river and Yamuna rivers. Gauranga Mahaprabhu visited all these temples while going to Vrindavan on his way. Hare Krishna, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. Prabhupada, anything you like to ask or share?
Oh, Hare Krishna, yeah. Very interesting about Karuna Mataji would say it, and then Prabhuji Surendra Das be said. It's very interesting. And I think I won't say anything because only one thing, as you said, when did the Bhagirath got the children, the son, all the sons were...
Treta Yuga.
When did that happen? All the son was given that river water or get... when did that happen?
Treta Yuga. So after Satya Yuga, there's Treta Yuga. And Treta Yuga is probably about 1 million years ago.
And the river went down in the
Patalok.
Dhruvlok, Pratalok.
Patalok, all the way down. So Dhruvlok is at all the way top. So Ganga came all the way down.
Yeah, and then there's all the 60,000 sons.
Yeah, they were liberated. Yeah, they were freed from the sins.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because the way you described from the top to the bottom, all the like Gangotri and then the other like verse Vanasari, and then it came to Ganga Ghat, Mayapur. You were telling all of them. So I said, when did it stop? But now you're telling it went still down under the...
Further, yeah.
Further, all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And it's very interesting, very interesting. I would like to listen more.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ganga Mai ki jai.